Hey there, guys. Well, there's an amazing way to learn any foreign language. And first, I will tell you what this method is. And then, well, of course, my experience with it. And at last, I will show you a way to make it even better, to improve it. So you can learn any language, but in this case, in particular, Spanish. So when I was young, I thought I was really good at English. I considered myself even an advanced English speaker, which wasn't true. I was at best an intermediate English speaker, but I thought I was really good. And I remember I was having a job interview in English, and I realized I couldn't use any, let's say, fancy word, any advanced word. My vocabulary was really simple, really basic, and I couldn't connect the ideas and sentences in a way that it sounded, well, coherent even. So I remember they asked me to find responsibility in less than 30 words, I think, and I couldn't do that. I couldn't define anything. So even with the idea that I was a really good English speaker, I realized that I wasn't, and I was so ashamed that at the end of the interview, I kind of excused myself and I said, I'm way more intelligent in Spanish, and of course, I didn't get the job. But the thing is that from that moment, I realized that I had to find a way to learn English and to be able to communicate easily in English. So that's why I found a method. I kind of made it up, but I found ideas on YouTube, and then I kind of, adapted that method to my own needs, and it worked, I think. Maybe I have an accent, of course. Maybe I don't sound native, but I sound, I think, like someone who can express their ideas. And that's the important thing, the most important thing in a language. So what I did first was to record myself answering to big, general, abstract questions like, what's your best memory? What do you think about politics? Or things like that, right? Things that required a lot of words, vocabulary, and skills even to answer it properly. So at first I couldn't do it that well. I tried and I struggled. But what I had to do was to find vocabulary, to find or search for the correct way to enunciate certain ideas, or even had to, find inspiration, let's say, in other speeches or dialogues or, well, a lot of things, right? So I had to listen to a lot of podcasts or videos and to practice a lot. So after a while, I could have a bunch of, long responses to these abstract questions, and I could hear them out. So I realized there were many mistakes in them, so I re-recorded them. And what happened is that I realized that I learned a lot about how to, well, of course, how to pronounce or how to use certain vocabulary, but also a lot of grammar without learning grammar, actually, because, if I use a certain sentence in a particular way to say something, I, indirectly will realize that that's the way to use it. So after a while, I learned a lot, I think. And that's the method in general, right? But there's a way to make it even, better and less hard, and, well, you'll be able to work smarter and not harder. So as you could have realized already, the voice recording method, it's not really that efficient if you do it alone. With a tutor, by the contrary, it is amazing, and I think that's the best, complementary thing to that learning process, because you can actually record your voice answering to these general questions and, developing your responses in a coherent and rich way, but with someone teaching you and showing your mistakes immediately. So that's a really good way to learn. So if you want to learn more about this method, follow me on my new Instagram, Easy Potato Spanish. Learn Spanish as easily as eating a potato.